Gentleman is recognized.
Madam Speaker, this body is numb. We forget that we are a family, a dysfunctional family at times, but we are a family and we all get to know each other. We all have a common passion for the values of this country that brought us here in the first place. And that is a remarkable story that we've heard unfolding about our good friend Gabby Giffords since this horrible tragedy first took place. All of us in this body share a unique sense of responsibility for what happened to our dear friend, her courageous staff, and the incredible people who showed up to participate in democracy at that Safeway in Tucson on Saturday. And I know that a lot of us had this shared experience of horror on Saturday as we watched these horrible images appear in front of our eyes. I want to take time briefly to talk about my good friend Gabby. And it's ironic that on this day when our president is in Tucson honoring the memory of those who lost their lives and those struggling to put their lives back together, that my connection with Gabby and President Obama go back to the exact same day. It was September 29th of 2006, and Gabby and I were both candidates for Congress. We met at an event, and there were things about her that leaped off the page immediately. It was her passion for why she was running. It was her fearlessness. And it was that smile that you've heard people talking about that could light up a room. And we got talking about each other and what we had in common, and I learned that her brother, Alex Giffords, had been a place kicker at Iowa State University, where I graduated from college and where I was an unknown walk-on under Earl Bruce. And we talked about that. And I have in my office this little print of Beard Shear Hall at Iowa State University that my friend Gabby gave to me, that she got from her brother Alex because she knew this was important to me. And this little picture is an emblem of what an amazing human being Gabby Giffords is, because she was always thinking more of her friends more than she was of herself. I got on a red eye after first meeting Gabby Giffords and flew back to my district and met an unknown senator from Illinois who had just gotten elected named Barack Obama for the very first time. That's what's great about this country, is these random meetings that we have with amazing people from all over the country who we meet on the House floor, many of whom came in one of the largest classes in recent memory. You heard them come to the floor today and talk about someone they barely knew or may have met briefly or didn't know at all. Because that's what binds us together, is the spirit, the history of this chamber, and what it has meant as the people's house. And that is why it is incumbent on all of us to take away as a lesson from this tragedy a renewed sense of respect for each other and for the common purpose that brought us all here together in the first place. I talked about how we are a family. Every Thanksgiving, our family has a tradition of watching a movie called Home for the Holidays, about a very dysfunctional family. And the star of that movie is Holly Hunter. And in one of the closing moments of this movie, which like all good movies makes you laugh, makes you cry, and makes you think, Holly Hunter's father is down in a basement watching old home movies, and he's talking to her about one moment in his life that took 5 seconds and made all the difference in the world in his relationship with his daughter. And he said, "You were fearless." Huh? Fearless. That is my friend Gabby Giffords. She is fearless in what makes this job worth having. And that is why we have a responsibility to her and all the people who lost their lives and who showed up at that town hall meeting because they care about this country, to make a difference going forward to each other and how we care about each other. As we look forward to next Monday, we should remember what Martin Luther King Jr. taught us, that the moral arc of the universe is long, but it bends toward justice. We have a collective duty, all of us, to make sure that we bend that arc sooner and quicker so that the American people realize that we are all in this together and that this is the people's house for a reason. I want to thank my Republican colleagues for their extreme sensitivity and their devotion to this important resolution. And with that, I want to thank my colleague from California for helping us put this resolution together today, and I yield back the balance of my time.